my water signs. So if you are a Cancer or a Pisces, this will be your full moon and Scorpio reading. All right. So regardless of your placement, sun, moon, rising, this reading will be for you. Before I get started, I just want to make mention that this is a collective reading for the remaining water elements, because I just came from doing your fellow water sign, giving Scorpios their exclusive reading. But just as I've mentioned with them, that even though I am giving this reading, I'm giving a reading for the collective of your water signs, a general reading, right? But with that being said, it may not resonate. You already know the drill already. Take what resonates for you. A portion of it may resonate, but at any time that it does not, or if it do, but you just want a little bit more of an extended version of this reading, the information will be linked in the description box where you can reach out to me for a private reading. There, I will be able to give you a personal reading that will be tailored for your situation and your energy. With all that being said, let's get into your full moon and Scorpio reading. This is for Pisces and Cancer. So, as I mentioned with your fellow water sign, Scorpio, usually I do from time to time, for the most part, always do a separate video pertaining to what the energy message is behind any moon phase. But, you know, I feel at this point, I will just maybe just incorporate just the key points behind the moon phase, because by now we already know what full moons is about. Whereas the new moons, we know it represents new beginnings, new starts, right? But with full moons, we should know as well it's about endings, things that are culminating, things that during this time of a full moon, we have to release and let go. And that is the overall message behind the full moon in Scorpio. It is a time to release negativity, all right? So negativity can be in any form. You would know personally as to what it means for you. What in your life actually is needing to be let go of? What needs to come to an end, a complete stop? Because just giving you a quick synopsis of what this full moon is about, it is prompting all of us to introspect, revisit, reevaluate. So you can say that this is a time of reflection. And it's reflecting upon, again, where in life it's currently taking us. Now, right quick, we had a lot of transits that started off for this month of April. This month of April has been loaded with lots of planetary transits, a lot of activities that kind of threw us for a loop. But it also kind of, because we also had that eclipse. If you remember, on that Monday, April 8th, we had that solar eclipse, right? I think it was in the sign of Aries. And with that in itself, we also have the Mercury retrograde. That is also still in effect, but it officially ends toward the end of the month, which is April 28th. But nonetheless, the point is that with all the activities planetarily that's been going on, it has affected us in some kind of way. But I feel that after a new moon, whatever goes on in between, leading up to a full moon, you can say that it's building up some sort of momentum, encouraging us, bringing something to light that we need to release and let go of something. So if it hasn't been done already, this energy of this full moon is going to help us to kind of kickstart that, to let go of something. All right. And so with that being said, let's find out, as I already prepared your spread, we're going to find out what exactly maybe you guys need to let go of that maybe wasn't quite settled. Okay. So the first card that came out that I picked that is going to kind of represent the overall theme for you guys is that of charity. This is what came out for you guys, is charity. And so we already know what charity means. It's giving. It doesn't always have to be monetary. Charity can just be giving of ourselves, giving time to people, friends, whatever it is, but it's giving of ourselves. For the most part, yes, it is something monetary. And as I saw your cards, it's definitely something that you guys have been doing with family, with friends that maybe you call or consider as family. However it goes for you. But charity is here representing your theme under this full moon. But the energy that's being triggered or influenced by your theme of this charity is that of the King of Pentacles. And so King of Pentacles, we know, is a card of wealth. It is associated with money. It's associated with giving, right? So yes, for a portion of you, for some of you Pisces and Cancers, there might be somebody that you have been giving to, being generous. But in this reading, it's more than you've been over generous with sharing and giving towards somebody, whether it's a family, which I feel strongly it's more of someone in your family. When I look at the back of the cards in the shadow, you have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups can represent a father figure, but it's also where maybe some of you maybe have been giving, particularly to a parent, and maybe you've been giving more than you need to. Or if it's not monetary, maybe some of you have been looking after a parent. It doesn't have to necessarily even be a father. It could be a mother, right? But a parent, someone very close to you that you have been physically exuding, being charitable in that way, giving more attention, giving more focus. But when you do that, what happens, right? Now, it's not to say that we can't help our family, especially when it comes to our parents. We love them. We absolutely want to be able to assist them. But when we overexert ourselves in being charitable in whatever form that it applies for you, does it come with a cost? And sometimes it does. Because what it does, it begins to wear and tear on us. And this is what I am picking up. That for some of you, it is monetary. And for some of you, it could just be physically that you have been overextending yourself. So you have to know in what aspect of your life that you've been overzealous, been over generous with somebody in your life. Now, for some, it is friends, because we have here the Three of Cups. But before I jump ahead, let's talk about the cards that have come up pertaining to this King of Pentacles, where money might be the issue. We have the Six of Coins, which definitely is a card of give and take. It is the card of charity. So I love it when my cards come out and they all synchronizes, because it kind of builds, it kind of makes sense, right? Now, we got the next card out is Three of Cups. This is you guys' energy. Okay, this is your element. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so what does these energies mean? Well, the Six of Pentacles, as I said again, is the charitable energy. It's about giving, but it doesn't have to be in a form of money. It could be where you're giving yourself in a relationship, you're giving yourself in a friendship, you're giving yourself when it comes to family, however that is, but you're giving. But are you giving more and receiving less? And that could be another thing. Is there a thin line in terms of equilibrium? You know, are things out of balance? And how you are being charitable with whoever this may be, you would know how that will apply for you. The Three of Cups is a celebration card with friends. But when you think about it, you know, again, you are probably at a point where you are thinking about, now this is the card of friends, of friendships, but it's also, like I said, having good times. It's a celebrative energy. But as it connects to either friends or even people that you may consider very close as family, you know, there's a point now that you are coming down to the wire and making a decision. I have to let go, because they could also be taking advantage. And that is something we never want to be in. We don't want a position where people are taking advantage of us. During a pre-shuffle, I did see the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is an energy of sneakiness. It's an energy of deception, manipulation. So do you have someone next to you, a family member, friends, that is manipulating you and kind of taking you for a fool and taking advantage of you? You would know how that will mean for you. And then the last card is the Ace of Pentacles. This is representing what you guys are on the verge of doing. You are releasing, letting go of anything that do not serve you at this time, that have been taking advantage of you in some sort of way. Now, unfortunately, if it is, let's just say, someone that you are close to, like a parent, you know, they may not be per se have been deceptive and manipulative, you know, unless you have and know a parent that is doing that. But it's just really speaking about that this is the time of change. It is the time of putting your foot down and saying, I need to speak to you. This has to stop. Because along with that King of Pentacles, we got the Ace of Swords or Ace of Air. Either way, it's still the same. Now, the King of Swords is that of starting something, changing something, like the Ace of Cups. The Ace of any suit is the start of something. So this is where you guys are going to communicate, because the source is connected to communication. It's the card of communicating, but it's also putting your foot down, being very grounded, and speaking your truth at this time. You are no longer letting your emotions towards something or something to get in the way. So you're putting your emotion to the side, and you are taking charge and standing up for what needs to end and stop at this time, if that makes sense. And I see a lot of Ten of Pentacles out here. So it definitely does have to do with family, and at the same time with money. So for some, your friends or family might be looking at you like a bank, a mini bank, an ATM machine. And you are saying, no, it has to stop now because I'm being taken advantage of. All right. And in terms of the outcome of how all of this is affecting you is the Four of Cups. This is, again, your element, my water signs. You see this energy here? Never mind that this is a female. It's just the energy. If you look at the energy, this is like a very tiresome, very worrisome type of draining energy. You guys are draining. And you know that saying when it says, sometimes we pour into other people's cups, but then when we pour too much, it leaves our cup empty. So again, this is where you're going to be thinking about, reflecting upon, cup I've been pouring into more than I need to, that's leaving me drained and dried out, so to speak. It has to change, right? It has to change. So again, you would know how that will apply for you. This is the ending of your reading, but before we close out, I wanted to pull a card from the spirit guides to see what it is that they want you to know pertaining to all of this. You guys got understand your body. And I feel that that's exactly what it is. When you connect this along with the Four of Cups, remember, it could be where you guys are literally just physically drained out from helping somebody. But also the mind and the soul is connected and makes up your body. So are you mentally drained out? Are you spiritually drained out, where you are putting yourself on the back burner and have been, and neglecting yourself? Pay attention to your body. I also picked up that maybe some of you may also need to go ahead and make an appointment and kind of follow up with your doctor in some sort of way. Just get a physical before the year is out. Maybe you have been tending to a parent and you haven't been able to get back on track with your own physical appointment. So this is a specific message for someone. Go ahead and make an appointment to see your doctor, because for some of you, if you're allowing yourself to do this, it's only going to make you more worse than what you is, and you don't want to do that, right? So that is the message that I have for you. And as I always say, that if you guys are already or have already done this or on the verge to, when you do it, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Don't feel bad. Don't feel sad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel sad about bringing attention to yourself. Self-worth, self-respect, and self-discipline is what it is that the water signs is being called to do during this full moon in Scorpio. I hope that the messages here was very helpful. If it was, I would like some feedback. Go ahead and let me know how this helped you. And again, if you want an extended version of this reading, I am open for private sessions. All right, my water signs, until the next moon phase reading, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful Tuesday. Peace, love, and light. Bye for now.